Yes, yes, yes. We've got the tool. We've been hard at it, so we've left you out of the Valvetronic installation, so apologies for that. I've been really poorly. I'm just getting over it. Still a bit stuffy, so my voice is a bit all over the place. But we'll keep pushing forward. Look, as you can see, look, a bit of merch in. Keep learning, stay humble hats and some hoodies available. You'll see the shorts coming through with that soon. And on the end of the video, I'll put a description there. So if you want anything, hit us up. We can sort you out. Super nice, super warm, and not a bad price. It's all about affordability, as this channel is, as you can see. But I will tell you one thing: the workshop is an absolute disgrace. Look at it. There's crap everywhere. Look at it. But I'll have a tidy up when we're finished. We're not showboating. We're here to work, here to graft. We've only got limited amount of time on an evening at the moment to get this thing done after work and commitments. Danny's on his way with the spark plugs. Got a new set of plugs for that from GSF. I think they were a 10 quid a plug, so happy days. Let's have a look. Cup compilation. You've seen this one before. You'll not find. You'll not see me without a brew, that's for sure. You need that lubrication, a bit of gold blend or whatever. I'm a Tetley's man myself. People will say like it's like piss, but there you go. That's what I like. Well into the ringtones though, by the way. Yeah, bought some ringtones at Christmas, so I feel like we're going up in the world, so a bit scary. So, engine, look at it, it's nearly there. Manifolds in, cams in, Valvetronics in. These are the buggers what were causing us hassle. These springs though are under some serious tension. When I stripped it, I just let them go. We were an hour looking for a lifter that just went into orbit. Thought we'd lost it forever, but we found it hiding behind a compressor. So don't do that. Wait for a tool or hit me up, I'll borrow you one. You know, I'm not having you struggle like I've done, waiting 2 weeks to get back going or 10 days to get back going on a project that should have been in the car by now in my mind. So M5, M6, 750, whatever you want, X3M. If you need anything, hit me up. I'll sort you out. I'll borrow you it. You know, we'll come to an agreement. I'll even bring it to you and give you an hand if you want. It's not a problem. So we've got the timing chains in. Vanos sprockets on. New bolts torqued down with some Loctite all cleaned beforehand. I've been watching a few guys who've done this already and took some tips. That's what it's all about. So yeah, pretty much ready for the rockers. Look at look, there's the old stuff there, just laid about. Finding the way to the bin eventually. So I'm going to have to take this thing off to get the flywheel off there, but first of all, I'm going to get the rockers on, do a couple of hours. If you see me ducking, by the way, it's because I keep bashing my head off the telly. Need a bit of entertainment on. Don't know what we'll put on there. Maybe another great YouTuber who's doing cars. You know, we're probably talking about, don't you? But he keeps us going, keeps us inspired, and he's on a different level. So I'm going to do a couple of hours now, get cracking, move forward a bit, get on a bit of time lapse. You'll see us start putting this thing back together. We'll have a little walk around, but yeah, sit back, relax, have your tea, enjoy the toilet, whatever you're doing, and we'll catch you as soon as we get to that point. We've hit a problem. I've dropped a big boo-boo. So we've got to this point, rockers on, fuel pumps on, vacuum pumping, new gaskets and everything, perfect, winning. Then I spot this on the table. This is the Valvetronic actuator. I forgot to put these in. These must go in before, and these go in these holes here. That goes in, it's got a screw thread on, look. And these go on the Valvetronic cam teeth, and they must go in the correct position. But Hey, an hour's work for nothing. That's learning. Like I say, massive job. Can't get everything right. Danny's over here, so back in the dungeon. As you can see, can't see anything. So,
so the graph never stops.
Yeah, graph never stops. Look, that is a tensioner out of an excavator. So, Danny's risking his life in his new merch.
Yeah, man. Hit look up for the new merch. So we've got the Keep Learning, Stay Humble hats, the beanie hats, and also the LC Works hoodies. Give him a message if you would like to rock one of these when you're doing your garage build at home.
Yeah, so he's rocking that. Just get out the light. So we're going to crack back on. Reverse all of this, what we've done, and go again. So let's hit it. Let's see if we can get it right this time and start making some progress. So let's go. Yay, Friday. So just about recovered from our boo-boo. Actuators, we've got them in. It's all sorted, set up. To what we think anyway, we hope the bloody set up. That one in that side, new seals. We've got injectors, fuel rails, coil packs, apart from one. Remember the number one coil pack we bought? Yeah, it's not right, it's wrong. So cheers, cheers, Mr. eBay seller. M5, no. We found out it's out of an N55, so doesn't know the alphabet, that one. And put another 5 there. So we've got a new one, which is actually the same coil pack as a Peugeot 207 or 308. So that should be 100%, 28 quid in the box delivered, brand new, genuine, yep, spound, that's spot on. Problem is, if I do decide to run this thing up on Sunday, it's going to be on 7 cylinders, not 8, because I ain't wasting time, I want to know if it starts. Plan for tonight is, it's about 6 o'clock, so we've got a few hours. I'm going to get the ancillaries on, belt on, loom on. Have you seen the loom? Have you seen the loom on this car? I mean, I deal with some wiring looms, right? But this thing is just absolutely... This is only a third of it. No, only 50% of it is marked up across the car. So we know where half of it goes, which means we're only going to get half the fault codes when we put it back together. But never mind, we've got our top done. Quality item, to be fair. Love it. I like the top done. Bought it thinking not great things will come of it, but do you know what? It's been an alright tool. It's been absolutely fantastic. Just done a good all-rounder, backing brakes off, ABS bleeding, set code injectors, did the injectors in this thing last year, 100%, first time, you know. Oh, you must go to BMW, you must use a snap-on. No, Top Don did it, first time. So, happy days. Got some merch on. So, yeah, I've not been right well, so I've been sweating and that, so it's quite a nice light hoodie, so I feel quite good today. Anyway, this will be absolutely filthy. You'll not recognise this. I'll be upside down, under car, handstanding. I can never keep still. Getting it absolutely filthy. Sarah will be going mad. Sorry, Sarah. Washing machine will be full of crap again. Do a washer a year. I had a washer at garage that got donated to the workshop for the machine, so she's well happy about that. You know, I'm only kidding. Yeah, so hold on, phone's ringing, as always. It's Danny, look. Danny's on phone. Danny's on phone. No, apologising for being late, you know. Waiting while all hard stuff's done and that, so I'm only kidding, he does a good job really. He's out grafting his lad. I've got a brew on, be flat cold now, try to do this video. Get another one on when he gets here, he'll get a kettle on, won't he? So I'm going to get ancillaries on and see where we end up, see if we can get this thing back in the car in the morning, and yeah, let's go. Saturday, 10 o'clock. So today's a big day. We're about ready for the engine in. There she is on the floor. Danny's been hard at it. We're here at 8 o'clock this morning, getting the gearbox serviced. So new filter, new internal filter. This DCT, you do not change the pan, you reuse it if you want. People say buy a new one, can't use the old one and all that, but we're going to use it. New circlip, that's the old one. We had a build-up of oil in here when we stripped it out, so we're hoping it's the crank seal, so we've changed that on the engine anyway, so we should be good. Now Danny's going to fill the box with this. We've got a nice easy solution, little 500 mil oil extractor, nice and simple, 10 quid, Amazon is king. You know, we've never used one. We usually struggle with bits of pipe and jugs and funnels and things like that, so we're going to give this one a go. I've tested it, it does work, so I'm going to show you how that's done in a minute. So he's just getting ready to do that. Like I say, the loom's on. Look at that. Look how crazy that is. Look how big it is. It's absolutely massive for a road car engine. We've left the power steering pump and aircon pump off there just to make it a little bit easier to get it in. Without all the hoses and things slapping us in the face. Oil cooler hoses are going to go in after. Trans cooler hoses in after. So we're going to lift it up, drop the car, get it in, try and get it onto the transmission. What's going to be a bit of a struggle though, these guys. What we did was, well what I did, not we, is when I put it on the lift, I've lifted these arms are right on the exhaust. So the only way to solve that is to take the car off the ramp, take the exhaust off and put the car back on the ramp, but we're not going to do that because we can't be asked. So we're just going to struggle, you know, we always like a bit of a tow. Yeah, so we'll give this gearbox a go and see how this extractor works. We've got a little visitor, just took a little break. Say hello, Blake.
Hello.
Yeah, Blake's come to give us an hand for 2 minutes. He's been watching, he knows we're on YouTube, he lives next door, so he's come round to see how we're getting on.
Yeah.
That's what we want, you know, guys like this at this age. This is a what?
You like Vauxhalls?
He likes Vauxhalls, he's a top guy.
He's a top guy, lots of Vauxhall there, look.
Yeah, there you go.
That one's a Vauxhall.
He knows where his head's at, not all this fancy modern technology. Old Vauxhall Corsa. Yeah, that's what we want. Right, so we've got the engine mounted in the car. Well, it's not mounted, it's just hanging there. We're struggling a little bit lining it up. We'll keep cracking on. And Blake will watch us for a little bit, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get cracking. Say hello. Say bye, Blake.
Bye.
Bye, mate. Give Blake some love in the comments. See you. Yes, she's in. Have a look. Wow, what a job. Problem we've had is you'll not be able to see at the minute. If you can see it. See them. See them exhaust brackets. We've had to line the studs up in there off the side of the block and then line the gearbox up so it just slots in. I can see why people take these out on the subframe all as one, But on this scissor ramp, we don't have that option. It'll be too messy. And then by the time you take it out on the subframe, you've got to then take the engine off the subframe, split the gearbox and everything on the floor. You know, it's work either way. So bell housing bolts to go in now, start a motor, get all the top loom wired in, get all this wired in, all the bolts in the bell housing. You can see why we haven't put the turbos on. Look, this is where the bolts are. This is what I was saying, why we're not putting the turbos on at this point. So we can get right in the back here, get all these bell housing bolts in without knifing our wrists, without cutting our wrists open.
You know, they look sharp.
You know, yeah. So halfway there.
Let's go.
Yep, nearly there. So another couple of hours plodding away, and we'll get the camera over the top so you can see, and we'll start getting this thing up in the air on the lift. That's the beauty of these lifts. You know, they're not expensive for what they are. So if you can, if you've got facilities and you can save up and buy one, buy a scissor floor lift, and it'll help you. So let's get cracking. Pot of tea time. That was some hard work, and yeah, we'll see if we can find where everything goes and get the subframe in and move from there.
Saturday.
Well, hey, look at it. She's in. She's an absolute monster. An absolute gem. But I tell you what, it's been some hard work getting to this point. Everything has got its dedicated place. You put one thing wrong on this engine and these parts aren't fitting. We've had it on, we've had everything on, we've had everything, all these coolers have been on and off 3, 4, 5 times because of pipes and clips and bolts, and we want it to be 100% when it goes back. Let's look at all the wiring here. All this goes to one place, it routes one way or nowhere. But we've had to stand down yesterday because we're waiting on this auxiliary water pump coming, and I'm glad to say it's here. We did have a second-hand one that we bought off eBay and it came broken. The actual fitting on the second-hand one had a hose on it. We took the hose off nice and steady, it just slipped off, and behind the hose was a piece of plastic missing out of the pump. So it looks like it had been broken, a bit of hose put on to cover it up, and then I bought it off eBay. So great, bought a broken pump, 70 quid. So that's going to be getting sent back, I think, if I can prove it. But if I can't, then who cares? I'll learn, move on. I'm not that petty. Got some oil in it. We're using this Miller's CFS 1060. Got 9 litres of there in. The 9 litre capacity, by the way, doesn't take into account this cooler here. What's just going to act as a speed bump. I don't know. It's like a bloody vandal guard under the machine. I don't know why under the car. I don't even know why it's there, to be perfectly honest with you. But hey, that's probably run. I'm not surprised I've run out of room where to put it. Have you seen it all? Anyway, Could have just bobbed it on top of the cooler or something, the radiator maybe. Rather than being down there, that is pretty great. Doesn't look that bad there when you look, but when if you work out, that's the bottom of the bumper, and that's the cooler. So shows you how low it is. So we're going to crack on. We've got the pump to put in, cooling pack to put in. Prime it up. We've got a battery on charge. Prime it up, and then maybe we'll go for a start, eh? Exciting. Right, Thursday. Here we go. Danny's back from Gatwick.
Hey.
Setting the top gun up. Getting the top gun set up so we can go for a prime. See if we're building oil pressure and there's no leaks before we go for it. Like I say, there's no coolant in, so the pumps, if you can hear them, auxiliary pumps are making a bit of a racket because they're dry. Hopefully they'll be alright. So yeah, I'm going to give it a prime, build some oil pressure, get into the coil packs, pull the air boxes off, pull the ECUs forward, get into there, plug them in, and then we're going to go for a start. So a bit scary, a bit anxious, a bit nervous, but a lot of work's gone into it to get to this point. He's just in there doing his thing, his lad. So yeah, we'll get top down fired up and we'll crack on, see what we can do, see if all it's been in vain or it's all positive, hopefully positive. Right, prime time. So we're going to go for a prime. Right, so a nice prime. We're going to plug the coil packs back in and turn the key, go for a start. Right, start time. Shall we try it?
Yeah, let's go.
Shall we try it or not?
Go.
I don't.
We're ready, we're ready.
Nave's bobbed down, but you don't want to be on camera. Say hello, Nave.
Hello.
There's Nave, hiding. Yeah. Go on then.
Are we ready?
Yeah, turn that key, let's see what happens.
La 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 la.